What's up, y'all? It's DC Boston here, man. I hope y'all excited for this weekend. Great fight, great welterweight fight. Danny Garcia versus Keith Thurman for the WBC WBA welterweight championship unification. Now, this is gonna be my breakdown and my prediction and keys to victory. Now, I'm gonna start out with Danny Garcia, the so-called underdog, and to me, it's a 50-50 fight. I don't know why people say he's the underdog, but hey, they might push him because he's been the underdog all his career. So this might push him to the limits. So maybe this is a good thing why they call him underdog. But let me get into it. When I first heard of Danny Garcia, he came. I believe I watched him beat Kendall Hope. If I can remember, I believe it was a split decision or something, but I don't know. But I remember him beating Kendall Holt. And, no disrespect to Kendall Holt. But, Kendall Holt's a gatekeeper. And Danny Garcia passed that test. You know what I mean? Even if he did win by split decision, if I'm right on that, he still passed the test. So that's that little level, that little stepping level. He passed that, but nobody knew Danny Garcia's name at the time. And after that fight, he fought Eric Molina. I mean, not Eric Molina. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm thinking about the heavyweight. Eric Morales. He fought Eric Morales. Now, we have to remember when he fought Eric Morales, he wasn't really supposed to win that fight. Let's remember this. Nobody knew who Danny Garcia was. Nobody. So the people who say he beat a faded Eric Morales, he was faded, he was old, yeah, that may be. Yeah, that may be true. But nobody knew who Danny was, and Danny did his job. If Danny would have lost that fight, nobody wouldn't care. Like, Eric Morales just want to put another name on his resume. And to be honest with you, Eric Morales would have won that fight. People would have been called Danny just a prospect or a bum because he lost to Eric Morales. Because Eric Morales is a legend. But he beat Eric Morales, and nobody gives him no credit. None at all. And I don't think that's fair. Y'all got to remember, he beat Eric Morales up all through the fight, the first fight. Whooped him, man. And he won. And this is when he started getting notoriety out here because he was underdog. He won the vacant WBC belt at the time at 140 pounds. And it was a good win. It was a good win. He should get credit for that win because he was the underdog. You got to remember, Danny Garcia at this time was broke, flat broke. He wasn't getting the training camps that Eric Morales was getting. And then later we found out that Eric Morales was juicing. So Danny Garcia didn't have the money if he wanted to cheat, buy drugs like that, if he wanted to, or buy hire a strength conditioning coach or nutritionist. And Danny Garcia didn't have the money for this. Eric Morales did. Danny Garcia was training out of a rundown gym by his father. Remember this, y'all. He was trained by his father. A man that really has no boxing experience, but he does have boxing knowledge. But you have to remember, he beat a legend, Eric Morales. Faded or not, Eric Morales had all the advantages in this fight. Regardless, experience, all of that. And he beat that man. Right after that, he knocked out Amir Khan. He was a stand-in. Remember this. He was a stand-in. I think, if I remember right, Amir Khan was supposed to fight Lamar Peterson the second time, but Lamar Peterson ended up failing the drug test, so they stripped Lamar Peterson. I think they stripped him from the WBA, yeah, because Lamar Peterson kept the IBF. So he was stripped from WBA, and they gave it back to Amir Khan. So they gave that belt back to Amir Khan, and Danny Garcia was just a stand-in. You got to remember, Danny Garcia just won a vacant belt. The WBC belt was vacant when he won the belt. And he went straight to a unification right after that, Amir Khan. Amir Khan picked him because Amir Khan thought he was a cherry. You know what I mean? He thought he was an easy pickings. He just won a vacant belt. He has no experience. He has no money. He didn't get a proper training camp. And he took a taxi cab to the arena to fight Amir Khan. Then he knocks out Amir Khan, knocks him out, which he was. You could say he was losing the first 2 rounds, but who cares? He still knocked him out. Just like I believe Amir Khan was winning the first 5 rounds against Canelo. But does that matter? He got slept, so it doesn't matter. The knockout race, everything. Just what happened this past weekend. Deontay Wilder knocked out Gerald Washington, and some believe he was losing all 5 rounds, which I can see that, but that's another story. And then after Amir Khan, Danny Garcia beat Eric Morales again, slept him, knocked him out. Eric Morales was dirty during the fight, failed the drug test. Danny Garcia still fought him. He didn't pull out the fight, which he had the right to. Still fought him and knocked him out. After that, he fought Zab Judah. Yes, Zab Judah was faded. He's a gatekeeper now. I say that it's a good win just to put him under your belt because Zab, let me say it like this. Zab Judah is not losing to no prospect. He's not losing to no contender. I'm going to tell you that now. Zab Judah only going to lose to, well, maybe not now, but at this time, Zab Judah lose to champions or up-and-coming champions. He do not lose to prospects or none of that. So Danny Garcia proved his worth by beating Zab Judah. Now, them last 3 rounds, how Zab caught back up to him, that's a different story. I'm going to get into that when I get into my prediction. Now, after that, the biggest fight, right under Mayweather Canelo, he fought Lucas Matisse. Everyone said Danny Garcia was going to get knocked out. Everyone said Danny Garcia was ducking Matisse. Danny Garcia went in there. I believe, in my opinion, I thought he lost the first 4 rounds. He was a little jittery. I wouldn't say he was scared, but I think he was weary of the power. Because you hear so much hype. When you hear somebody hype, how somebody hit hard, you be too cautious. But his father woke him up and told him, nah, man, you have to get into the fight. Get in the fight. Slapped him. And he got in the fight. Knocked down Lucas Matisse. And in the way Matisse's face was looking, I talk about like expressions. To me, like Lucas wanted the way out. Like he was going to quit. If Danny was getting on him earlier in the fight, I think Lucas wouldn't have quit that fight. I think when he got knocked down a couple more times, he would never got back up. I think he would just quit. And I know this for sure now after what Postol did to Lucas. Now, after this, he fought Herrera. Man, I thought Herrera won the fight. It was a boring fight. I thought Herrera beat him in the battle of the jabs. And it was a hometown decision, kind of. It was in Puerto Rico, kind of. But, you know, Danny Garcia Puerto Rican, but he ain't from Puerto Rico. It was kind of like a hometown decision. We're going to write that off. I'm going to say that's a question mark. Now, his cherry. He picked Rod Soccer. Well, he didn't pick Rod Soccer. Richard Schaefer already admitted he picked Rod Soccer just to get him out the Golden Boy contract. He disposed of him like he was supposed to. Now, the Lamar Peterson fight, in my opinion, I thought he won that fight. And I don't blame anyone who says that Lamar Peterson won the fight because it was that close. It just, to me, Lamar Peterson stepped on the gas 2 rounds earlier. And to me, I think he would have won the fight. I had Danny win that fight by 1 point. And that's it. If Danny win this fight, it'll be a rematch. So we'll see how it'll be at the full welterweight. After this, Danny Garcia moved up and fought Paulie Malignaggi. You know, Paulie Malignaggi is the gatekeeper of welterweight. We all have to admit that. And it depends how you look against Paulie. It's how good is you ready for welterweight or not. Broner did it. A lot of fighters did. Broner fought Malignaggi just to get your feet wet and see what you're supposed to do at welterweight. And, you know, Danny knocked out. Well, it was a stoppage against Paulie. But Paulie had no protest. So we're going to jot that up as he's getting his feet wet at welterweight. Now, the Robert Guerrero fight was a good fight. Real good fight. Because at the time, Robert Guerrero only had 3 losses at this time. Y'all got to remember this. And it was a real good fight, back and forth. And Danny displayed that beautiful right hand I did not know he had at the time. And I thought he was just a left hook. That's all he did. And beat him beautifully. I had the fight close. I had Danny winning by 2 points. But it was a good fight. And after that, he fought Samuel Vargas. You know, tune up. I mean, we just going to jot that. We're just going to jot that down as a tune up. Now, we're going to get into Keith Thurman resume. Now, Danny Garcia has the better resume than Keith Thurman. We have to remember this. Recently, Keith Thurman just beat Sean Porter. In my opinion, I thought Sean Porter won the fight. In my opinion, and that's just to me. Um, Everybody, the majority believe Keith Thurman won the fight. That's why I don't argue it. I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna argue my point. So if you come to me and say Keith Thurman won that fight convincingly, I'm not gonna argue with you because the majority believe Keith Thurman won the fight. I thought Sean Porter won. I'm not even a Sean Porter fan because I really don't like Ken Porter too much, and I still thought Sean Porter won that fight. But it was a real good fight. Keith Thurman showed me his heart, kind of. But I'm gonna get into that. Before that, Keith Thurman fought Collazo. Good fight. Keith Thurman did what he was supposed to do. I just didn't like how he got hit to the body, how he ran around the ring. And I'm gonna get into that when I get to my prediction. And then the Robert Guerrero fight was a good fight. He knocked Robert Guerrero down. Robert Guerrero got back up and rallied for a little bit and made it. It wasn't close, but it just some little rounds that Guerrero rallied that people looked at Keith Thurman a little funny. But it was a good fight. And the Bondu fight, which to me, it puts the question mark for this fight. He was supposed to knock out Bondu. I'm sorry. Bondu was supposed to be knocked out. Errol Spence got rid of Bondu. Keith Thurman was supposed to get rid of him. I don't believe that he's just tough. He wanted to get some rounds in. I don't believe that. Because I think if you want to knock somebody, you're just going to get rid of them. You're not going to let nobody linger around and just give them a chance to knock you out. Because one punch can knock you out. I don't care how soft somebody hit. They hit you at the right time, you're going to sleep. So I don't think Keith Thurman power as good as it says it is. And that's where I'm going to get to my prediction. After mentioning all these fights they fought recently, Danny Garcia stayed consistent in his opposition. Yes, it's a few cherries here and there, as some people say. But the only bad cherry I see is Samuel Vargas and Rod Soccer. He didn't pick Rod Soccer. The promotions did. And Samuel Vargas, we knew what type of fight that was going to be. The title wasn't even on the line. So Danny, to me, proved his worth. I think in this fight, the left hook to the body and the overhand right for Danny going to be the key to this fight. This fight is 50-50, and I used to believe in Thurman power, but I can't believe in someone else's power and they don't believe in it. If you get what I'm saying. To me, it didn't seem like he tried to knock out Sean Porter. To me, it didn't seem like he tried to knock out Bondu. He let them let them linger on. Collazo was stopped. Robert Guerrero made it to 12 rounds. And it just made me wonder, is Keith Thurman power real? And to me, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it's real. I think he just knocked out low opposition, and that's it. Now, Danny Garcia, I do believe that he has good timing. I ain't going to say he has the best power, but he had better timing. He hit you at the right time, even though sometimes he do close his eyes from the left hook. He times it right. Now, my prediction, well, my keys to victory, I'm going to get to my keys to victory. My keys to victory, I think Danny Garcia, for him to win this fight, I think he need to be patient. I believe Thurman can be outboxed, and I think Danny has the tools to outbox him. He has the tools, but it has to be a slow. It has to be a slow fight for Danny. Danny need to slow the pace down and let Thurman believe. He need to let Thurman believe he dictating the fight, but really Garcia need to make Thurman do what he want him to do. And what I mean by that is, I believe Danny need to keep a high guard and go to the body, but not right away. I think Danny need to use the jab up top, and once he get in close, and when Thurman jumping in, because Thurman like to jump in sometimes, he need to throw a hook to the body. He need to test Thurman's body out and see, can Thurman really take body shots? Do it 1 or 2 shots at a time and see what Thurman head at. Now, if you hear Thurman gasp or he start backing up and running, then Danny should know that he don't like them body shots. But Danny should not chase him. Danny need to let him run around the ring, and Danny need to slowly walk forward and walk side to side at an angle to cut the ring off. And let Thurman recover. Just let him recover when you hit him to the body. Just take his time. But do not chase him. Because do not exert your energy. Garcia need to save his energy and continue with the left hooks up top and overhand rights on top. But his counter shots needs to be to the body. He need to counter with uppercuts and left hooks to the body. It should be his counter shot. When Thurman throwing his overhand right, it should be either a left hook to the liver, a straight right hand to the body, something. But his counter shots needs to be to the body. He need to slow Thurman down. And when Thurman try to retreat, he need to slowly follow Thurman. Do not chase him. Just slow. Let Thurman exert all the energy. Because the more energy Thurman uses in the later round, one perfect body shot can put him down. Or a body shot and a right hand to the face can knock him down. And to me, that's the key to victory for Danny. Slowly break his body down. Don't focus on the body too much. Trick Thurman. Go up, down, up, down. But focus on his body on counter shot. When you counter him to the body. Make him think about it. Test that body and see is it true about the glass body. Thurman, his keys to victory to me, he need to get out his norm like he did against Sean Porter. Which it kind of might play in the hand for Danny Garcia if he used the game plan when I just said. But he need to get in on Danny. He need to rush Danny, then back up. Rush him again. Stick to his face. Do it like Amir Khan did. Blizzard him with face shots. But when Amir Khan made a mistake, Amir Khan kept jumping in. I believe Thurman need to blizzard him with shots to the head and body like he did Sean Porter. And then back up. But back up in the angle. Move in the angle. Thurman can't outbox Danny. Be honest with you, Thurman's natural abilities can beat Danny. I feel like Thurman need to counter Danny. When Danny throw that left hook, if he throw it wildly and blindly, Thurman need to throw a straight right hand. Straight right hand down the pipe. Every time, make Danny think about throwing that left hook wild. If Danny get too excited and he fight like how he fought against Amir Khan, Danny losing this fight. He can't fight as wild as that. He can't just hope he landed the left hook. He even did that against Rob Soccer. He just kept throwing that left hook like he hoped he gonna land it. Even though he did land it, but you guys watch that fight, he wildly threw that left hook. If he wildly throw that left hook and do not take his time and throw that left hook, Thurman's going to win this fight. And Thurman might get a knockdown or two. Now, my prediction for the fight, it's hard to choose. I believe it's going to be a knockdown in this fight on both sides. I feel like Danny is going to get knocked down first on a punch he don't see in the first 4 rounds. Danny is going to get knocked down first in the first 4 rounds, maybe by an overhand right by Thurman. Because Thurman is good at that. And I believe Danny will get up, take his time, and I feel like Danny will knock Thurman down either with a left hook to the head or a left hook on to the body, and he'll knock Thurman down between round 5 to 8. Now the tricky rounds, what I believe, between rounds 9 and 12, this is gonna be the scary part. Even though I don't believe no one gonna get knocked out, Danny always fades between 9 and 12. He fades, and like Zab Judah pieced him up between them rounds. That gonna be a scary part for Danny Garcia if he fades in this fight. But the saving grace, I don't see Thurman knocking out anyone after round 8. I don't see him knock Garcia out after round 8. After round 8, it's not going to be a knockout on Thurman's side. But I can see a knockout on Garcia's side if Garcia focuses on the body. Thurman got the early power to me. He has that early knockout power. And I feel like Danny timing, he got that timing power that can last throughout the fight and knock you out anytime. So my prediction for the fight is which is really tough. And I'm gonna consider, since this is a PBC fight and PBC is known for having draws, I see this fight being a draw. I'm gonna say that firsthand. But since that's like me copping out, don't be scared it's gonna be a draw. So I'm gonna pick a winner anyway. I'm gonna hedge it to Danny Garcia by split decision, because Danny is the A side in this fight, and I can see Danny surprising Thurman. So I'm gonna pick Danny Garcia by decision. Now, my opinion, who if will be good for boxing, who wins this fight, to be honest with you, for boxing fans, it'll be good if Thurman win this fight. Because if Thurman win this fight and Errol Spence win his fight, well, it don't matter. If Thurman win this fight and the winner from Kell Brook and Errol Spence, I can see Thurman fighting that winner. I can see him fighting the winner of that fight by next year, in the beginning of next year. I can see Thurman fighting Peterson for since Peterson is mandatory for the WBA. I can see Thurman fighting the top opposition. Let me say it like that. Now, if Garcia win this fight, I can see Garcia not fighting Errol Spence. I can see him not doing that. Because he's going to say, what's the point? Errol Spence didn't prove nothing. I'm a full-time champion, two-weight division champion. He will say that. Well, his father would say that. I can see Garcia not fighting Lamar Peterson again. I can see Garcia vacating the WBA belt just to avoid Lamar Peterson. Not because he feared him. It's just because his father had his father talk about rematches. Like, what's the point? So basically, I can see Danny vacating belts. He will vacate the belt in a heartbeat. He can win this fight and vacate the belt the next day, knowing Danny. But Thurman, I think Thurman will stay champion, keep his belts, fulfill his mandatories, and go out and unify with Errol Spence or Kell Brook. So, even though I can kind of see Danny win this fight, it would be better for boxing if Thurman win this fight, because I can see Thurman fighting the best. If he don't, I can see Thurman whining a little bit, but I think he will fight the best. If he don't do it, it will surprise me if he don't fight Errol Spence or Kell Brook. And if Danny win this fight, he does fight Errol Spence or Kell Brook. Now, that would surprise me. For the belts, that would surprise me if he unify like that. But that's my prediction, y'all. I see Garcia win the fight by split decision. Don't be surprised if it's a draw. And that's my thoughts on the fight. All right, y'all. Leave y'all comments and let me know how y'all feel about the fight. Who you feel who's going to win. To be honest with you, I don't care who wins this fight. I don't care at all, because I like both fighters. And I just want to know everybody else's opinion. Somebody else give me some insight. Somebody leave a comment. If you think Thurman going to win, let me know. I want to know. And if you feel like if it's going to be a knockout in this fight, let me know. I want to know this. Let's talk about this, man. All right, man. That's it, man. My video running a little long. But all right, this DC Boxing. Subscribe to the channel. Man, let's have a good time this weekend, man. Let's buy some Coronas, Budweisers, and let's get it in, man. All right, man. I'm out.